But as you see, we have a few candles here commemorating, we could not have all the candles representing all of the lives that were extinguished on October 7th and beyond. But we wanted to begin tonight with lighting a candle in memorial. And I want to ask certain people in our community to come up and light these candles on our behalf. And I want to start off by asking my dear friend Lynn to come up and light a candle. Somebody whose strength and resilience and positivity is a light for all of us. May Hashem bless you with real, revealed good and good health in this coming year.
You prefer good old-fashioned methods?
Yeah, is it on?
It is.
All right.
And you gotta know how to play with fire. Certainly.
I want to call up my dear friend Amy Flaxer, who is a daughter of Holocaust survivor, to represent all of us who never thought we would witness this day again. I want to call up my dear friend Talia Paul, who represents all of our brothers and sisters in Israel who are under, just today alone, had to deal with going into bomb shelters, more bombs and more missiles today alone. Thank you, Talia. May Hashem protect our brothers and sisters in Israel. As it says, Hashem's eyes are always on Eretz Yisrael and on our holy land, always there protecting us. May it continue.
Okay.
Okay. I want to call up Carol Denbo, who is a staunch supporter of Israel and shows us how to be loud and proud as a Jew. Thank you, Carol. I want to call up my friend Ariane Mundell. Ariana. She's a young mom who is invested in raising her daughter in a proud Jewish way, and she represents all of our young moms that are fighting hard battles out there each and every day. The children are our future, so thank you. That's right. She's also an Israeli. That's right. I want to call last but not least Adam Taglieri, who is a young, proud Jew who has dedicated his love for learning and for living in a Jewish, proud way. So Adam, please come light the candles. Thank you, Adam. Let these candles be light for all of us as we sit together and spend some time together.
Ladies and gents, you're probably tired of hearing a lot of sermons. You're still going to get one in a little bit, but first a little music to soften the mode. Later on, when you have a chance, you can look at this list. Unfortunately, this list needs to be updated. These are all the names of the people who have given their lives for the sake of God's holy name since October 7th in the Holy Land. And unfortunately, we need to add a new column. Without further ado, I'm going to invite Sabonis, that he's the son of dear friends of ours, Pesach and Fana Burston. Those are my friends. Davi Burston, rising star in the Jewish music world. Give it up for Davi.
Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, 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 Am Yisrael Chai, Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Od Avinu Chai, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael, Am Yisrael 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 Chai, Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu Chai, Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Od Avinu Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, אם לא נשכח תמיד להיות מיוחדים, עם ישראל חי, בעליות בירידות גם בשעות הכי קשות, הקדוש ברוך הוא שומר עלינו, אז מי יכול אלינו? כי אין לנו עוד מדינה, תעשה שלום בינינו, שמור על ילדינו, כי לא אבדה אמונה. עם ישראל, עם ישראל חי. עם ישראל חי. Beautiful, thank you so much. Firstly, I just want to say thank you so much for Rabbi Schusterman, Rabbi Rebbitzin for having me here. It's a real honor. And I want to say how I think music on a day like this is an interesting idea. It's an interesting concept because music makes us feel a lot of different things, from happiness to sadness and everything in between. And on a day like this, you know, there's a lot of different emotions. There's sadness, definitely a lot of sadness, there's grief. But then there's also the successes of the IDF. There's the pride that we have and we've experienced over this past year. So there's definitely a lot of different emotions going on, and music helps us feel that. So I'm hoping that tonight, through sharing some music with you guys, some songs you guys know, some songs that I've written, I'm hoping we can all feel that together and experience Jewish pride and unity. This next song is a traditional prayer that we often say by the Torah. It's called Misha Berach, and it's when I sing this song, I want you to have in mind the safety of the IDF and any soldiers, Israeli soldiers who were wounded, they should have a speedy recovery. Misha Berach Avoseinu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov Hu yivarech et chayalei tzva hagana l'Yisrael. Misha Berach Avoseinu מיצחק מיעקב, הוא יברך את חיילי צבא ההגנה לישראל, העומדים על משמר ארצנו, וירא אלוקינו מגבול הלבנון ועד מדבר מצרים, ומן הים הגדול עד לבוא הערבה, ביבשה בוא האוויר, ובים הוא יברך את חיילי צבא ההגנה לישראל, לישראל. Chaim, everyone. I sang yesterday at another Chabad, and it was a fast day, Jewish fast day yesterday, so it was really tough. I'm thanking God right now I can drink water. It's great. This next song is a song titled Believe. It's a song that I wrote a couple years back while I was studying in yeshiva in Pittsburgh, and I think the title of the song kind of speaks for itself, but you know, as we're navigating these difficult times, it can kind of be hard to hold on to that faith and that belief. And I think it's important to remember and believe that in God and believe in ourselves that, you know, with everything going on, we can do this, we can get through this. Yeah, the song's called Believe. I hope you guys like it. There are demons inside our bones. We have to let ourselves take control. There are treasures inside our souls, but we have to find the diamonds in the gold. Blood is spilling while we're just sitting down, ooh, down. Children crying and we're barely trying. How? We have to believe we can overcome the darkness burdening us, burdening us. We have to believe we can override the spirits following us, following us, following us. Whoa, following We have purpose, we've come so far, but we're starting to forget just who we are. And now we're strangers in a foreign place. We need to try a little harder to stay awake. Bombs are falling and our walls keep tumbling down. Let's turn around. We're here waiting, we better start changing now. Oh, now we have to believe we can overcome the darkness burdening us, burdening us. We have to believe we can override the spirits following us, following us, following us. Following us. can make it through the darkness, burdening us, burdening us. We have to believe that we can override the spirits following us, following us. Oh, we have to believe we can overcome the darkness, burdening us, burdening us. We have to believe we can override the spirits following us, following us, following us. Can you guys sing that with me? Following us. One more time. Following us. Following us. Thank you so much. I'll be back soon.
Sorry. Put you guys to work for a minute. There's not enough for everybody, which is a good problem, but every 2-3 people can share this. Thank you, Dubby, that was awesome. And now I know why you get paid big bucks. Because, no one wants to hear me do that. I can tell you that. That's all you want. It's never going to sound like that. So for those of you who were at City Hall earlier today, I know a few of the faces here were at City Hall. You got a preview of what I'm going to share right now. But indulge me for a few minutes with a couple of thoughts about October 7th. So it's 365 days. An entire year has gone by since that day when our world changed forever. We witnessed the unthinkable, the brutal loss of innocent lives, families torn apart, and a pain so deep that words can barely express it. Our brothers and sisters were taken from us in the cruelest of ways. Since that Simchat Torah morning, we have stood together in unity, in shared brokenness, and in prayer. We cannot stop thinking about the 101 innocent people still held captive in the darkness, in the dungeons, in the tunnels beneath Gaza. We remember the thousands who were murdered and injured, the over 20,000 rockets and missiles and other flying objects, and the hundreds of thousands that have been displaced from their homes. For many of us, the pain remains raw and so real. We lie awake at night. Our hearts are heavy with the suffering of our brothers and our sisters. Yet amid this silence, something remarkable has emerged. The heart of our people, the Jewish nation, is showing its true beauty. In the face of horror, we see acts of kindness, strength that reflect the essence of who we are. Communities are coming together as never before. Strangers are embracing each other with love and support. We see those who refuse to let despair win and who rise with hope, compassion, and a fierce commitment to one another. We are truly witnessing Am Yisrael Chai. So what's the secret? What's our magic? How is it that we're finding this resilience in this time of great, great difficulty, a time that some of us are old enough even to remember the horrors of something that for most of us, this is the first time in our lifetime? And the answer is in the name Am Yisrael Chai, an expression, a song that we've been saying and singing throughout the last year. I'm going to translate the words. Am Yisrael Chai, everyone's heard it, everyone knows what it means. It means the nation of Israel is alive. But Yisrael is actually a word that is also a second name, or a second name to our patriarch Yaakov, Jacob. So it's Am Yisrael Chai, the nation of Jacob is alive. Now why do we call it the nation of Jacob? There's other patriarchs. We could have called them the nation of Avram, the nation of Yitzchak. Why do we call it the nation of Yisrael, which is the third of the patriarchs? And the answer is that very word Yisrael has multiple translations. It means to wrestle, but there's another translation. If you take the letters of the word Yisrael, it spells out the word shir and et, the song of God. And this is the secret to our resilience that has helped us get through this year. God has a song that he needs us all to sing on his behalf. And we have a mission to sing our song. And until we sing our song, the mission cannot be complete. We have to remember that Yesh Bal Habayit Le'olam, there is a master to the universe. Last week we witnessed 200 or so rockets, ballistic missiles coming from Iran, landing in Israel, and while a few actually landed, not one Jew was killed as a result of this. This is a message to the entire world, that the land of Israel is Shir El. It's the song of God. It's a testament to God's presence among us. Jews, this will sound horrible, transcend nature, because what happened was supernatural. It's beyond what's normal. It's beyond what should happen. It was a reminder to all of us that God is present amongst us. The Holy Baal Shem Tov taught that when someone passes away, we need to do three things. We need to pray, we need to cry, and we need to sing. So his students asked, we understand why we need to pray for their soul. We know why we need to cry in mourning, but why should we sing? And the Baal Shem Tov explained that every person has a unique song, a note in the magnificent orchestra that makes up our beautiful world. When a life is cut short, their song ends abruptly, and it is our responsibility to continue their song, to ensure that their legacy continues. So, as we remember those who were taken from us, whether it was in the kibbutzim, near Gaza, at the Nova Festival, the soldiers of the IDF, whether it was Ophir, Gal, Sarah, Paz, or the many other hundreds and even thousands of names, each one of them had a special song. Each one of them was Yisrael. They had their own shir, their own song. And it is our job to keep singing those songs so that their memory and their songs never fade. There's no better time than now to commit to keeping the song alive. That is what Am Yisrael Chai means. It means I'm committing to keeping the song of the Jewish people alive. Every time we sing, every time, what does it mean for a Jew to sing? It means to sing God's song, to do a mitzvah, to light a Shabbos candle, to give tzedakah, to put on tefillin, to do something that's part of God's song. That is what Am Yisrael Chai means. That is our job. So let us commit to keeping the song going, to making sure that the music never fades, and just, as they're saying about the dancing at the Nova Festival, we will dance again. So as Jews, not only will we sing again, but we never stop singing, because we all have a song that needs to be sung. And not only our song as individuals, and not only our song as the Jewish people, but our song that we need to keep the song of those who were taken from us, to make sure that their song keeps on playing. In front of you, you have this little paper card that you have to share. We'll go with the easy one, Psalm 23. We'll read in the Hebrew followed by the English, and then we'll get a little bit more dovey before we get some other words, inspiring little secrets coming our way. So join me in the Hebrew if you can do it. If not, we'll do it in English as well. Mizmar leDavid, Adonai roi lo nachzar, binos deshet yarbitzeni, almei minukot yenahaleni. Nafshi yeshovet yancheni, b'maglei tzedek, leman shemo. Gam ki elef begates ha'maves, lo yirav rav ki ata imadi. Shivtacha, shantacha, hema yenachamuni. Ta'arof lefanai shulchan neged sorarai. Yeshanta Hashemen Roshi Kosi Revaya. Ach tov v'chesed yirdefuni kol yemei chayai. V'shachti b'beis Adonai v'orech yamim. Most of you guys know this one. We'll go with this translation, even though that's not the one that you're most familiar with. A Song of David. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He causes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Even when I walk in the valley of darkness, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You set a table before me in the presence of my adversaries. You anointed my head with oil, my cup overflows. Only goodness and kindness pursue me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord for the length of days. takes all you want.
This next song is a prayer. It's a song written by A.B. Rottenberg. He's a famous Jewish songwriter. And it's a song that I definitely have been singing a lot over this past year. Many of you have also. It's called Achenu. And as we're singing this song, let's have in mind that God facilitate the immediate release of the hostages and have mercy on them. Achenu kol beis Yisroel, Achenu kol beis Yisroel, hanesunim batzara, batzara uvashivya, haomdim bein bayam uvein bayabasha. Kol beis Yisroel, Achenu, kol beis Yisroel, hanesunim batzara, batzara uvashivya, haomdim bein bayam uvein bayabasha. Hamakai mirachem, yirachem aleihem, yaitziem mitzara, lirvacha, me'afel aliyah yom yishiba ligiyula ashta, bagala uvizman kariv. Hamakai mirachem, yirachem aleihem, yaitziem mitzara, lirvacha, me'afel aliyah u'mishiba ligiyala ashta, bagala uvizman kariv. All my life, I've been waiting for, I've been praying for people to say that we don't want to fight no more, there'll be no more war, and our children will play one day. There'll be no more war. This is a very important time to pray for peace. So let's all have in mind peace for this next song, One Day, that I think many of you guys know. I grew up on the song, and if you know the words, please sing along. Sometimes I lay under the moon and thank God I'm breathing. Then I pray, don't take me soon, 'cause I'm here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down, 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 down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday you'll all turn around, because I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more, there'll be no more wars, and our children will play one day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day. It's not about win or lose, 'cause we all lose when we feed on the souls of the innocent. Blood-drenched pavement, keep on moving though the waters stay raging. In this maze you can lose your way, your way. it might drive you crazy, but don't let it faze you, no way, no way. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down, 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 down. So when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more, there'll be no more wars, and our children will play one day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day. One day this all will change, treat people the same, stop with the violence, down with the hate. One day we'll all be free and proud to be under the same sun, singing songs of freedom like why-yo. One day, one why-yo, yo, yo, yo. Why-yo, one day, one why-yo, yo, yo, yo. 'Cause all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't wanna fight no more, there'll be no more wars, and our children will play one day, one day, one day, whoa, one day, one day, one day. One more time all together, ready? One day, one day, one day, whoa, one day, one day, one day, whoa, 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 no, no, whoa, one day. Thank you. Thank you for singing along. It sounds so beautiful. This next song is a song called Shir Lama'alot, and it's Psalm 121 of the Book of Psalms by King David, and it's a prayer that we often say for the welfare of Israel. So I don't know if do you have it printed over there? Perfect. It's printed in the cart. Great. So if you know the song, sing along. If not, just read along, and that's perfect. Shir Lama'alot, אשא עיניי אל ההרים, מאין יבוא עזרי? עזרי מעם השם, עושה שמיים וארץ. אל יצא לעמוד רגלך, אל ינום שומרך. הנה לא ינום ולא יישן שומר ישראל. השם שומרך, השם צילך על יד ימינך. יומם השמש לא יככה וירח בלילה. השם ישמורך מכל רע, ישמור את נפשך. השם ישמור צאתך ובואך מעתה ועד עולם. שיר המעלות, אשא עיניי אל ההרים, מאין יבוא עזרי? עזרי מעם השם, עושה שמיים וארץ. אל יצא לעמוד רגלך, אל ינום שומרך. הנה לא ינום ולא יישן שומר ישראל. השם שומרך, השם צילך על יד ימינך. יומם השמש לא יככה וירח בלילה. השם ישמורך מכל רע, ישמור את נפשך, השם ישמור צאתך ובואך, מעתה ועד עולם. The period that we're in right now is a special time of the year, and it's called Aseret Yemei Tshuva, the 10 days of repentance. It's between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. And during this time, we say a prayer. We say this prayer all year long. It's called Osa Shalom, which we're all familiar with. But during this time, we add a special letter to Shalom. We add the Hey and say Osa HaShalom. And there's many, many reasons for the Hey and HaShalom, but one of them is that during this week, God creates the energy for many things like peace during this week for the whole year. So it's really a special time to sing this prayer. We can try to remember to add the HaShalom in there. And yeah, please sing along. Ose Shalom bimromav, Hu yaseh Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, amen. Ose HaShalom bimromav, Hu yaseh Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru, amen. Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, 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 Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Kol ha'olam kulo Gesher tzalmiot, Gesher tzalmiot, Gesher tzalmiot. Kol ha'olam kulo Gesher tzalmiot, Gesher tzalmiot. 2, 3, 4. והעיקר, לא לפחד כלל, והעיקר, לא לפחד כלל. The whole wide world is a very narrow bridge, a very narrow bridge, a very narrow bridge. The wide world is a very narrow bridge, a very narrow bridge. And the main thing to recall is to have no fear at all. And the main thing to recall is to have no fear at all. והעיקר, לא לפחד כלל, והעיקר,
So I actually just, right before I came in tonight, a friend of mine shared a post and she quoted Habib Rettig Gore, who tweeted this, and I thought it was so appropriate. And he posted it on Twitter, and he said, "Turn off Twitter and go mourn with your own people. Find them in your physical space where you can see real faces and speak real words. You don't have to live in social media or in our enemies." What did you write there? Sorry. In our enemies, if you look online, unfortunately, there's a lot of negative rhetoric out there. But instead of looking at that, go. You don't even have to notice it. Go find some Jews. That's what he said. And I can't think of anything more appropriate tonight than to be together as a community with all of you here tonight, because when we feel our pain, we want to be together. We want to, lean on each other. October 7th is a day that really left a deep mark in all of us. For everyone in their own specific way. The events of that day remind us of the pain and the sadness that can come from just 1 minute, in 1 second. And it's important to take time to grieve and to feel the weight of the loss and to remember those who are no longer with us and to acknowledge the hurt. And Jewish tradition teaches us that grief is a natural and necessary part of healing. It gives us the space to honor the past and reflect on our emotions. And Judaism also teaches us that after grief comes action. There's a time for mourning, and then there's a time to rise up and move forward. And moving forward doesn't mean forgetting. It means carrying the memories with us as we rebuild, as we heal, and we continue to live with purpose. And each of us has a responsibility, like the generation before us, who have to honor the memory of the Shoah, the Holocaust. We have an obligation, our generation has an obligation to honor the memory of those murdered on October 7th. And it's important for us to find strength in our community, in our faith, and in ourselves. Because together we can turn this pain into resilience. But it's not easy. It almost sometimes feels impossible. So what do we need to do to be able to deal with the constant barrage of bad news? It's not like October 7th happened and then it ended. We've had a year of pain. We've had what we would call, complex trauma, continuous. It didn't end. We didn't even have time. We still have our brothers and sisters still in captivity, still sitting in tunnels. And it's hard. How do we do this? So I want to share with you the following words of Ditsa Or. She's the mother of the kidnapped, one of the kidnapped. His name is Avinan Or, and I think that her words can be very useful to us. In an interview with a website in Israel where she was interviewed, Ditsa told about her special way of dealing with pain and with worry. And I think that this will be appropriate for each of us. Every morning, she shares, until around 11 o'clock, I give time to the difficult emotions. At this time, the mind muscles are weak, all the protective mechanisms are not working, and I allow my pain and my fear to bubble, to float. She says I read certain chapters of Psalms, of Tehillim, and then I send them to my Avi Natan, who's a prisoner, who's being held captive. But after 11 o'clock, I close the gate. I protect my soul, and I do not let conscious terrorists into my brain. And she says, although not a religious woman, she said this method is based on the book where she learned in Tanya, which is a book of the Chabad teaching. First Chabad Rebbe wrote this over 200 years ago. And many of you have learned and studied from it over the years. And one of the things that he shares in this book is that a person has to give place for pain, but a fixed time. And has to have a certain time that is affixed for this pain and for grieving. And this way, he controls the pain versus the pain controlling him. And she says that this is how she deals with the constant worry, the constant fear, the constant what is going on with my son, how is he doing? This is the only way that she can continue. This is the only way that she can survive. And the reason why this is important is because we have to give the emotion space. If we do not let that emotion out, it will bubble up in other places, and we'll let it out in people that we don't want to let it out on, and we end up hurting ourselves even more. So, this is what she shares, and I think it's a very powerful tool, because you can't stay in this feeling of grief all the time. It will eat you up. You just can't be in that moment of grief all the time. You have to be able to move forward. So when she says that during the day, when all of a sudden those pains come and she has a sudden attack of worry and fear, she rejects it and she tells this pain that tomorrow morning again, she will revisit it and give it the attention that it deserves. And although this is a tool that may sound almost impossible, I think it's a really powerful thing to take with us, even in our own lives. We may have smaller things that are worrying us and that are concerning us. And as we know, there's no hierarchy to pain. All of our pain is real, and we have to learn how to navigate it. I think this is a very important tool to take away from this, to remember to give it time, and then to remember to put it away so that you can proceed forward with your life. This is a small gift from Nitza sharing with us how she is navigating her pain. So at this time, I want to just do a little candle memorial with all of you. You each have on your chair a candle. Don't turn it on yet. Some of you have candles, which you'll lift up at the right time. Okay, so we are the nation of light. Our job is to be a light onto the nation, to add light, to bring light wherever we go. This is our job. And I want to say that, like the rabbi mentioned before, October 7th was a very tough day. And at the same time, so many good things have emerged since then. We've become stronger as a people, more connected to our Yiddishkeit, to our Judaism. And we need to continue that. Tonight is not just about singing and about coming together, it's about adding light. How do we add light? Everyone knows where they need to add light in their own life. We all know where we need to increase our light, where we can give our light, who we can add our light to. So, I would like you to raise your candle if any of those following statements that I say resonate with you. If you have lit Shabbat candles in honor of Israel, please stand up at this time and shine your light. Turn on your light. If you have said a prayer for peace in Israel since October 7th, please stand up proud and shine your light. If you are openly wearing a Star of David or a Chai or other Jewish piece of jewelry, please stand up proud and shine your light. If you have shared something Jewish in person or on social media to spread truth and light, stand up proud and shine your light. Ladies and gentlemen, if you look around here today, we are all here proud and happy to express who we are as Jews, because that is how we combat anti-Semitism. We don't hide our Judaism. We shine light, proud, and so pick up your candle light and commit to adding more light, commit to adding more mitzvot, commit to adding more Judaism into this world, because that is how we will stop and end the hate. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's continue with some more music and finish off with some joy and happiness.
Over this past year, I had the privilege of making 2 trips to Israel. I spent a total of 3 months there. And the first trip was a regular birthright trip. So I got a 10-day trip. We went all around Israel. It was really, really meaningful. And it was a special time to go. And the second trip was also through birthright, but it was a volunteer trip. So for 2 weeks, I was helping out on farms. There's a shortage of workers there now. People are on reserve, they're in Miluim, and there's a lack of they need help there. So I went there with some friends and we helped out. And during both these 2 trips, I had the honor of playing some of my music for Israeli soldiers on bases, as well as in hospitals. I played for some wounded soldiers in hospitals. And one of the songs that I shared with them is a song that I wrote over this past year. It's called Waiting on a Miracle, because we're waiting on a miracle for the hostages to come home. We're waiting on a miracle for the war to end. And I'm gonna try to teach you guys a little piece of the song at the end of it so you guys can sing along with me. to enhance the idea of unity. Waiting on a miracle. Oh, one more thing I wanted to say about the song is that I had the line "Waiting on a Miracle" last Hanukkah, so it was before October 7, but didn't really have context yet. I didn't know what it meant. I wanted to make a song for Hanukkah about miracles, and I had the line "Waiting on a Miracle." I'm like, okay, I kind of like it, but I don't know what it means. And fortunately, October 7 happened, and I'm sad to say I do have context for it. So I wrote the rest of the song, "Waiting on a Miracle." In a silent town lies an empty bed. All the colors dissipated from the flowers once red. It's a single mark of where the wild wind swept. A broken post, an expressionless sky. There's no teaching how to handle this kind of goodbye. Far too young to be a fragment of the mind. Oh, we're trying to make sense of the little that we understand. Why is it falling apart? We're giving our best and we find ourselves so lost. How long will it take for the storm to calm? We're waiting on a miracle. For centuries we're fighting against all odds. We're living on a miracle, a miracle. Whoa, whoa. We're waiting on a miracle. Whoa, whoa. We're waiting on a miracle. Yeah. It's another year, a different line, turning pages of a story proven time after time. Unwavering faith, never changing with the tide. Oh yeah. For so long, traveling on the sidewalk, making way for the rivals, stumbling over our bleeding selves. It's cold now, fear surrounding this old town. Laughing is just an old sound. We're trying to make sense of the little that we understand. Why is it falling apart? We're giving our best and we find ourselves so lost. How long will it take for the storm to calm? We're waiting on a miracle. For centuries we're fighting against all odds. We're living on a miracle, a miracle. Oh, oh, we're waiting on a miracle. Oh, can y'all sing that with me? Oh, we're waiting on a miracle. Whoa, whoa, we're waiting on a miracle. Oh, whoa, we're waiting on a miracle. Miracle, a miracle. I'm gonna teach you guys the next couple lines. You ready? So, what are you waiting for? Waiting for? Waiting for? Won't you tell me, Lord, just what you're waiting for? Waiting for? What are you waiting for? Waiting for? Waiting for? Won't you tell me, Lord, just what you're waiting for? Waiting for? I think you guys got it now. So, what are you waiting for? Waiting for? Waiting for? Won't you tell me, Lord, just what you're waiting for? Waiting for? What are you waiting for? Waiting for? Waiting for? Won't you tell me, Lord, just what you're waiting for? Waiting for? Thank you. Beautiful. gets dry when you're singing. This next song is a song I think most of you are familiar with. It's called Hine Ma Tova Manayim. And it's a song about unity. It's about togetherness. And in a time like now, it can kind of, especially right after October 7th, I think a lot of us kind of felt very sad and isolated. And it was kind of like a natural instinct to kind of become isolated. We wanted it to kind of close up with all the emotions that we had. But then we soon learned the importance of getting together and singing together and being together. So it makes us stronger. So if you guys can sing along with me, that would be awesome. Thank you. Hine ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tovu manayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, shevet achim gam yachad. shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov umanayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov umanayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Oh, hine ma tov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov umanayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov umanayim. One more time. shevet achim. shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov umanayim, shevet achim gam yachad. Beautiful. This next song is another song that I wrote a couple years back while I was in yeshiva, and it's a song called Stranded. It's about a person who is going through a physical struggle, and they've tried everything. They've exhausted all their physical resources to the point where they were gonna give up, and then they said, there's God, and they turned to God, and they asked God, please help me here. Don't leave me stranded. Lately I've been under stress, overthinking on my regrets. If I try and clean up this mess, it only gets bigger, I'm never the winner. Now I'm losing control, running around in the cold. If time moves ever so slow, how can I do this? It seems so ruthless. Wouldn't I take a blade for you and sacrifice my life? All my life I give to you. If I saw you before my eyes, I would shiver down to my knees on the ground, cry a river, please. Don't leave me here, don't leave me stranded. I'm falling hard and there's no time to recover, Lord. I'm high and dry, I've got nowhere to go. Don't leave me here, I'm empty-handed. Don't leave me stranded. Whoa, no. Don't leave me stranded. Oh. Is there any hope to get through this? Some other higher solution? I'm broken, battered and bruised, and every attempt I'm making is useless. Lord, oh my Lord, give me your blessing to recognize you and all that you've given, then I can return to regular living. There's much to discover, unlimited colors, and wouldn't I give you everything? Sacrifice my pride, and all my life I give to you. If I saw you before my eyes, I would shiver down to my knees on the ground, cry a river, please. Don't leave me here, don't leave me stranded. I'm falling hard and there's no time to recover, Lord. I'm high and dry, I've got nowhere to go. Don't leave me here, I'm empty-handed. Don't leave me stranded. Whoa, no. Don't leave me stranded. Whoa. I surrender my soul, surrender my soul. Ooh. Throw me a rope, throw me a rope. Don't leave me in the dark. I surrender my soul, surrender my soul. Ooh. Throw me a rope, throw me a rope. If I saw you before my eyes, I would shiver down to my knees on the ground, cry a river, please. Don't leave me here, don't leave me stranded. Oh no, I'm falling hard and there's no time to recover, Lord. I'm high and dry, I've got nowhere to go. Don't leave me here, I'm empty-handed. Don't leave me stranded. I surrender my soul, surrender my soul. Ooh. Throw me a rope, throw me a rope. I surrender my soul, surrender my soul. But I know you won't, I know you won't. You won't leave me stranded. Alright, the song's technically over, but I want to teach you guys a few lines to sing along with me. Is that okay with you guys? Alright, let's do it. Please don't leave me here. Please don't leave me here. Please don't leave me here. Don't leave me stranded. Please don't leave me here. Please don't leave me here. Please don't leave me here. Don't leave me stranded. All right, all together now. Please don't leave me here. Please don't leave me here. Please don't leave me here. Don't leave me stranded. All right, one more time, louder. Please don't leave me here. Please don't leave me here. Please don't leave me here. Don't leave me stranded. Whoa. Oh, please don't leave me here. Oh, please don't leave me here. Oh, please don't leave me here. Don't leave me stranded. Don't leave me stranded. Thank you so much. That was beautiful. Some of you guys might know this song. It was one of the biggest songs in Israel this year. And Adon Golan sings it for the International Eurovision contest. And it was definitely a big anthem or theme for Israel over this time. Writer of my symphony, play with me. Look into my eyes and see. People walk away but never say goodbye. Someone stole the moon tonight, took my light. Everything is black and white. Who's the fool who told you boys don't cry? Hours and hours and powers. Life is no game, but it's ours. While the time goes wild, every day I'm losing my mind, holding on in this mysterious ride, dancing in the storm. I've got nothing to hide. Take it all and leave the world behind. Baby, promise me you'll hold me again. I'm still broken from this hurricane, this hurricane. Oh, ooh, 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 oh, no. Living in a fantasy, ecstasy, everything is meant to be. Love shall pass, what we love will never die. Hours and hours and powers. Life is no game, but it's ours. While the time goes wild, every day I'm losing my mind, holding on in this mysterious ride, dancing in the storm. I've got nothing to hide. Take it all and leave the world behind. Sing. And I'm still broken from this hurricane, this hurricane. Oh, whoa, 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 this hurricane. Whoa, 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 this hurricane. Thank you. This next song is the first song that I've ever written, and it was when I was 15 years old, so I think like 7 years ago now. And it's a song that you guys it's a psalm that you already recited today. It's Psalm 23, Mizmor LeDavid, and I really connected to this song. And the theme of the song, the chorus is, as we walk in the valley of the shadow of death, God is always with me. And I think that's really important to keep that in mind now, especially with all the anti-Semitism happening now. You know, I was solo traveling in Athens, Greece this past summer, and I was walking around, and some Israelis said hi to me. They saw me wearing my yarmulke and my tzitzit. They came over and they're like, "Hey, you're not scared?" And I'm like, "Honestly, no, I'm not scared because I know that God is with me." So I think it's really important to keep that in mind, and I think you guys will catch on to the chorus. מזמור לדוד השם, אוי לא אחסר, פינות אשר ירביצני, עמי מנוחות ינעלני, נפשי ישובב ינחני, במגלי צדק למען שמו, גם כי אלך וקץ על מפס, לא יירא. כי אתה עמדי, כי אתה עמדי, כי אתה עמדי, כי אתה עמדי. שבטך ומשענתך המה ינחמוני, כי כי אתה עימתי. תארך לפניי שולחן נגד צורר, תשענת בשמן ראשי. יכוסי רוויה, אך טוב החסד ירדפוני. כל ימי חיי ושבתי בבית השם לאורך ימים, כי אתה עימדי. You are always with me, כי אתה עימדי, כי אתה עימדי, כי אתה עימדי. You are always with me, כי אתה עימדי, כי אתה עימדי, כי אתה עימדי. You are always with me, כי אתה עימדי, כי אתה עימדי. Thank you so much. I have 2 more songs to share with you tonight. This next song is a song that it's another original song that I have not released yet. I haven't recorded it. I haven't even finished writing it yet, but I really like it, so I wanna share it with you guys. And it's called Meaningless. And it's about the idea that sometimes we start something new. It can be a new practice. It could be we get something new. And it's very exciting at first, and then as time goes on, it kind of gets boring. You kind of get used to it, and you kind of take it for granted, you know, whatever it is that we have. And I hope that this song can kind of, you know, reinstill that spark of, you know, just to be grateful for what we have and try new things as well. Meaningless. I can see your whole world slipping away from me. You used to be my life, my soul, the air I breathe, the cure to my misery, my headlight in thick esteem. Time has got a way of wearing out the beauty that once sustained. I tried, but I couldn't hold on to the little I had. I watched it slip through my hands the moment I sought out a means to relax. My values collapsed, and like a domino effect, it went from meaningless to meaningless. Wish I could find the spark igniting me again. I could try for 100 years and I won't feel anything at all, till I find the place where this love got sent. Or is that part of me just dead, 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 oh, dead, dead, dead. Yeah, I can see your whole world slipping away from me. You used to be my life, my soul, the air I breathe, the cure to my misery, my headlight in thick esteem. But time has got a way of wearing out the beauty that once sustained. Oh, I tried, but I couldn't hold on to the little I had. I watched it slip through my hands the moment I sought out a means to relax. My values collapsed, and like a domino effect, it went from meaningless to meaningless. Whoa, whoa, wish I could find the spark igniting me again. Oh, I could try for 100 years and I won't feel anything, anything at all, till I find the place where this love got sent. Or is that part of me just dead, 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 oh, dead, dead, dead. Meaningless to meaningless. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wish I could find the spark igniting me again. I could try for 100 years and I won't feel anything, anything at all, till I finally revive the spark. Till I revive the spark that's dead. Oh. Thank you. I have one more song for you guys. Save the best for last. Try it at least. On the day of October 7, I was in Crown Heights, Chabad Central, and it was Simchat Torah. It was actually Shmini Atzeret, the day before Simchat Torah. And I was in front of 770, and I walked by a family friend, and he said, Davi, there's a war going on in Israel. And I didn't really know what that meant. I mean, never in my lifetime have I really seen war and known what it looks like. And for most of us, I think it's the same thing. And nobody in Crown Heights over the holiday fully understood the full extent of what was going on until after the following night, when we can pick up our phones and we saw everything on social media and on the news online. And after a full day of fully digesting what I had seen, I sat down by the piano and I just needed to decompress. I just needed to release. And I just started playing some chords, and I started expressing the way I was feeling. I kind of just started talking. And then before I knew it, like lyrics started flowing, and a song kind of just fell out of me, which was really special. And the song talks about the atrocities that befell our people on October 7, as well as the tremendous unity that we're all seeing in all the Jewish communities. And over the month after that, I recorded it, and I kept rewriting it. I changed different things, and I finally released it. And I actually released a music video for it today, which you guys can check that out later. I had the opportunity to play this song for lots of soldiers in Israel, as well as Rachel Goldberg Poland, the mother of Hirsch Goldberg. A couple months ago, it was like 3 months, I lose track of time, but a couple months ago, and it was while he was still alive, and it was really devastating when I heard that he was no longer with us. Yeah, the song means a lot to me. Once again, I'm going to teach you guys a little melody. You guys can sing along with me to enhance the idea of unity. Sorry? Actually, this one, no. I mean, not for you guys. One in our hearts. Lie, 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 la da da dum. You guys sing that with me? Lie, 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 la da da dum. I'm all out of words. They cut my tongue when they took my brothers from me. Oh, it hurts knowing there's nothing that can wake me from this nightmarish dream. The ignorant are feeding on the nonsense.
that's flooding every screen. Then they shouted in the streets. They can vilify our values and devalue our beliefs, but we don't wither with the window, no. We glow brighter in the darkness, so let's bring fire where the wick's gone cold and revive the sparks of hope. Together we are standing tall, carrying each other with pride and song. Our enemies' brittle walls will crumble into ruins as their banners fall. We're one in our hearts, and God is forever with us. Wherever we are, God is forever with us. Lie, 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 la da da da. Lie, 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 la da da da. We're one body, we're one soul. Our nation's losing blood and we feel it in our bones. In our history it shows we're not a people who give up easily on hope. We wear armor made of light, and slowly we'll find peace. Finally we'll put an end to all the violence, and the sirens will fade into silence. Together we are standing tall, carrying each other with pride and song. Our enemies' brittle walls will crumble into ruins as their banners fall. We're one in our hearts, and God is forever with us. Wherever we are, God is forever with us. Lie, 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 la da da da. Beautiful. One more time louder. Ready? Lie, lie, lie. Oh no. Together we are standing tall, carrying each other with pride and song. Our enemies' brittle walls will crumble into ruins as their banners fall. We're one in our hearts, and God is forever with us. Wherever we are, God is forever with us. We don't wither with the window, no. We glow brighter in the darkness, so let's bring fire where the wick's gone cold and revive the sparks of hope.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for having me. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Dubby. That was fantastic. Another one for Dubby. Ladies and gents, that brings the formal program to a close. However, there's still a few more rugelach. And if you don't need them, I will. Do me a favor. But more importantly, it is October 7th. It's not the Jewish anniversary, it's the secular calendar anniversary. I'm going to make two requests. Not that one. Different request. This year on Simchas Torah, even if you're not a major observer of the holiday, let's commemorate the Jewish anniversary, but we will do it in a less somber way. We will do it with food and booze and dancing with the Torah, and we will keep the music going.
Yes, sir.
And I know I wasn't counting you for that. And then the other thing is, tonight was good to be warm and bonding together, but we gotta keep the song going. Am Yisrael Chai means when we do something. You gotta keep God's song going. Take something. Shabbat candle, a tefillin if you're not a regular tefillin wearer. Do it once, do it often. Shabbat Kiddush, I don't care what it is, tzedakah, charity, anything. Any mitzvah is a good mitzvah, but do one thing, just one thing. Pick one thing that we're gonna do for the safety and the peace of our brothers and sisters in the Holy Land. Thank you all for being a part of this.
Hold on. That it can also be during the time between Rosh Hashanah and Kippur, so we can add in forgiveness, connection, forgiving others that need forgiveness, reaching out to family members and to friends that may have wronged us, and creating more peace, because when Hashem sees us working together, getting along with one another, it's his favorite thing. For every, just like it is for every parent, their favorite thing to see their children get along. When we get along with one another, that's what brings true, real peace to us as our Jewish nation. So let's not forget that. We're right before Yom Kippur as well. So I wish all of you a Gamar Chatima Tova. May we be all inscribed in the book of life for a life, a year of peace, good health, happiness. I bless all of you and all of our nation. And let us all say Amen. Amen. Thank you.